Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a fun video. I am a hot mess right now and it will make total sense really soon as to why I am a hot mess. Besides, I think it was like in the 90s today and I am so not used to that. Oh my gosh, it was really, really warm, very warm. So I have a whole bunch of videos. I have been talking about, I've been lazy, okay? Let's not lie, or busy, whatever. Talking about all of the new sweaters that need to be added into the Magnificent 7 series. And for those that are new here and you're not sure what the Magnificent 7 is, that was where I claimed 7 sweaters, 7 projects, sweaters, cardigans, things like that that were in the works. Did I have more than 7? Yes, I did. I definitely had more than 7. I got a bunch finished. I have a stack of done sweaters right over here. I had a whole bunch that I got finished. And I just did one of those. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all of these that are done. And I haven't added any new ones back in. We need to add some new ones back in, don't we? And I kept commenting. They were all in bags and boxes and bins, and I didn't know where they were. I dug them out. So here we go. Hi everybody, guess what we're doing? We're downstairs in my overflow room and we're going to go through the sweaters that I was able to find. You know, those ones that aren't finished. We already went through one Magnificent 7 and oh my gosh, how many of those did we get done? Crazy. So it's time to restock, right? We need to go through. So I went, remember that tree, the coat rack tree that I keep talking about that's just off camera that has a lot of project bags on it? Yeah, it's got more than this, but these project bags have sweaters. And then, you know, I didn't have bags for these, but I got sweaters. And then that one right there. So I thought we should get together and see what's in these and how far I have. It's a lot. These are not close. These are not close to being done. So let's see. Let me set some of this stuff down. Oh my, all right, isn't that cool? Did you see all of those bags? Oh my gosh. And I know we want to see the sweaters that we'd finished. So I've got a little bit of a slideshow and everything playing right now. Hopefully we can get through them. I don't know. I'm not sure how many I finished. Pretty close to the 7 though. So definitely needed to add some more in. All right. I mean, this is fun stuff, isn't it? Oh my gosh, what progress we have done this year. And the reason I say we is I've read all the comments and I know you guys have gotten a ton done also. So let's go ahead and start with the first sweater. All right, I knew you wanted to see that much better. This is the Refracta sweater. I have put it on two very large needles so that way we can go ahead and see how this is looking. And I don't remember where I'm at on this, but hey, look at this. That's pretty close to getting to where I get to cut for the sleeves, right? That's my story. I have no idea. But look how beautiful that is. And if we remember, this is this yarn right here. I'm using 2 of those and it should work. That's my story. It should work. I have absolutely no clue, but so far it's looking pretty cool. And I have a yoke. That's it. I was curious with the try on. What do you think? So I think that, yeah, I've got a bit more to go and then I will be breaking off for the sleeves. But so far the yoke does seem like it fits around me nicely. And there we have it. Am I making this on size 1s? Am I doing this? I think I am. I'll have to check the needle size. I remember it's a lot smaller than what it said in fingering weight yarn, but whatever. It looks great. So, all right, we need to get this back into the mix of things because I'm not very far with it at all. Oh my goodness, not far at all. All right, so that was the Refracta sweater that I just started earlier this year, and that is by Zanete Knits. I have this one right here. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that is just beautiful. That is gorgeous. And working on it. Oh my gosh, I have a yoke. That's a lot of work. That's, oh my gosh, that is so much work. I believe that's on size 1s. Oh my gosh, that is 1s or 2s. I don't know. It's smaller needles. It's fingering weight yarn, a lot smaller needles, but I am going to get there just a little bit at a time. I found it. So that was half the battle. I think somebody had commented, hey, we haven't seen the Refract in a while. Neither have I. Come to think of it, I haven't either. So I did find the bag that it was in. We can try to put that in the rotation. We'll see. I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that I just have the yoke done. That means there's a lot more that needs to be done. Alrighty, sweater number 2. This beautiful work of art right here is called the Poema sweater, where it has gorgeous lace detail going down the side. I love the lace going down on the shoulder right here. This is, as you can see, it's a V-neck. I haven't gotten to where I'm going to add that yet, but it does look like, you can see right here, I've cast on a few stitches. So maybe this is the row that adds that V-neck. That I'm not sure. I am 1 skein into this, so there's quite a few more skeins left. This is a hand-dyed yarn, DK Weight by Nerd String, a hand dyer in Colorado. She no longer dyes yarn, but that's what that was from. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is going straight down the arms right there. V-neck, that looks good. Okay, looks just like the tank top that I have on. Only 1 skein into it. Oh my gosh, the other ones are wound and ready. Here we go. So that was a lot of fun too. That one was right here. I've got it. And again, that's another one of just having the yoke done. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that lace. Look how beautiful that is. And I remember when I started this, I thought this was one of the prettiest sweaters that I had seen because, you know, that lace right there is gorgeous. And I've got 1 full skein into it, and the bag has 4 more skeins in it. All right, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. DK Weight yarn, size 6 needles is what I've got on it right now. Look at all the needles I'll get back when I finish these things. I'm just saying, I'm going to feel rich. I am going to feel, supplies-wise, absolutely rich. So here we go. Next sweater. Shall we go ahead and see what the next thing is? Sweater number 3. This gorgeous piece of work is called the Hipitude. And I have changed the pattern. I know when I was working on it originally, I pulled a lot out. This is supposed to be, I think, overlapping like a big cardigan, and I wanted it as a top. This is my lifeline as I'm trying to bring it in together. I did a whole bunch of crazy things, so you can see how it does not come down to the waist or anything along that line on the front, but then when we go around into the back, look at this. Look how this is. That is stunning. See? That is absolutely beautiful. I'm a little concerned that it's not going to fit. Yes, it is fitting over my mannequin, but those arms are tiny. Maybe they'll block out where I'd be comfortable wearing it, but I really don't know. So I'm not sure. Love this. I absolutely love this. I like the neckline detail of it. I think that is beautiful. Just a matter of what do I do to finish it off, since I obviously did my own thing with this. All right, what do we think of this? I think that is really low. I mean, that's not even covering my tank top right here. I'm not sure, that's a lot of skin, but the arms did seem to work, which, okay. And that back, oh my gosh, that back is stunning. I love that. So I'm gonna have to continue with this. I think it is absolutely fantastic. This is workable, this is doable. And my goal, I think I was doing a bunch of short rows. My goal was to make these two meet, you know, front and back. I have no idea what I was doing, okay? I don't know, but it's beautiful, right? I think I did pretty good. This is pretty nice. This is Dream in Color, and that is beautiful. So we're gonna continue with the Hipitude. I'm not sure when, but this is one of the Mag 7. We got this. All right, so sweater number 3. I am surprised that this fits. This is the Hipitude. It is made with Dream in Color yarn, and let's see, how much more do I have? Look at this. This is what I have left. That is more than a full skein. That's wrapped around, so there's gonna be a knot in there, or at least that'll be the end of it. I've got plenty of yarn left. I did like the way that this fit. I have not put this on in forever. I think that it shows a bit more cleavage than maybe I would feel comfortable with. Wear a tank top like this, you know, just like one of them with spaghetti straps, you know, just a really, really small one. I think that's pretty. I don't know where I am in the pattern. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing my own thing. I don't know where I'm at in doing my own thing. I don't remember what my own thing was. But it's beautiful and it needs to be finished. Don't you think? I mean, the colors, oh, it's definitely my colors. Yeah. So I think my first round of the Magnificent 7 were the easy ones. I'm going to say that. Were they really easy? That's not the point. They're done, or the majority of them are done, right? So yeah, those were the easy ones. This is lace. I used to do a lot of fun stuff, right? I did some crazy patterns because this is a vintage one. Yeah, we found this in the Tackle It Tuesday series, and we found the last one, the Tackle It Tuesday series. Yeah, I had some crazy ideas. I didn't finish them, but I had some crazy ideas. It's time to finish them. Are they going to get finished this year? Probably not, but that's okay. They can get a little more love, and each time we pick it up and work on it, it gets closer. And the only reason I say probably not is there's a lot right here for one thing, and I have other things that I want to get done. I know I would like to get worked through all the yarn that I got at Estes this year, and I'm not there yet. So, I mean, I have goals. That's just, I mean, it's good to have goals, isn't it? All right, so sweater number 4. This beautiful piece right here I have, they're just held up right there. I have both of the sleeves. They might be long enough. I don't think so. I think I need another inch on those. I'll have to measure them again. And this is a raglan style. This is in the Viking books. I think it might be on the front cover. Not sure, but my Viking-knits book. And it's going to be another one that could be that guy-girl one, the one that I share with hubby. He claimed this gorgeous yarn for himself, and I started the sweater, and then he decided he wanted the other ones. So it can be my big comfy boyfriend sweater or the ones that we get to wear together. But I do have sleeves, not quite done. Body, I'll have to measure. It might need a little bit more, but there we have it. At least we have parts. We have parts and pieces to a sweater. All right, so my try-on here is kind of interesting. The body, I think, is good enough for me. We'll have to measure for hubby so we can do a joint thing. Arm, definitely not. Obviously, I can't put it all the way up because I don't want to lose any stitches on the needles. But with those two being together, if it were right here, maybe. But I definitely need to do some more on the sleeves. That was one full skein on each of the sleeves. I have 3 full skeins left, so I have plenty left to finish this. Like I said, this was going to be hubby's, but it's a rib, a broken rib, so it'll adhere to, right? You know, we know how ribs work. They hug, they whatever. But here is my try on, and I was not expecting to try this on. Like I said, we started this one for hubby, and after I made all the other ones, and I got this far, he's like, "Oh, you can keep it for yourself." Really? This is the pattern I was going to pick for me? Whatever. It's fine. It'll be gorgeous, and someone will love it, right? It's gonna be loved. There we have it. It'll be loved. There we go. So that one is in pieces. It was gonna be hubby's. I mean, he claimed it. I mean, come on. Do you remember? This is the store. I don't have my book right here. This is the store that was down in the Springs, and it was just a destination store to go to. They are now closed. There are no more yarn stores in Colorado Springs, but it was a massive destination. And this is the Malabrigo worsted yarn. Look at that. I mean, we know that's my colors. I had some pictures, and I sent the pictures to hubby. I'm like, "What do you think of this?" And he's like, "Oh, a sweater for me?" Yes. Yes, honey, it's going to be a sweater for you. I'll make you a sweater and everything. I'll make sure I have enough yarn. I'll make you a sweater. So then I got this far into it, and we see how big it was on me, right? But it's ribbed and everything. It's fine. It can be that big, comfortable sweater. There's no big deal with that. And after I got this far, he's like, "Oh, no, you can have that one. You made me the other ones." This is not the pattern I would have necessarily chosen for me, but that's okay. We did discover I didn't think that the sleeves were long enough. They are not long enough. I do need to make them a little bit longer. That's just winding up another skein of yarn. I have 3 unhanked skeins of yarn to go ahead and add to this. Plenty. I have absolutely plenty. And that's the thing too, especially when you're buying. I got this before they announced that they were going out of business. But when you're doing something like that, it's really good to kind of overbuy if you can afford it. And that's just so you don't run into those issues of, "Hey, I've got this done. Does anyone have one of these?" I know it's been a discontinued yarn. It's not, but Malabrigo is a hand-dyed yarn. And even though it's not discontinued, are you going to get the same colors as that? No. You want to know why? When I bought the yarn that I bought for that, I pulled out every one of them that they had on the rack. They had, I think, like 16, and they were clearly from different dye lots. And then I tried to get, I think I got 10. I don't remember offhand, but however many I got, I tried to get them as close to the same color as possible. So even in the same store getting them, there were some significant differences. But that's the thing with hand dyed. You're going to get that. So there's that one. All right, so what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. All right, next sweater. We're going to go with another sweater. Did I lose count that quickly? Yes, I did. This gorgeous sweater is worked with these two yarns together, this very, very fuzzy yarn and the Malabrigo sock yarn. But look at all of the detail on this thing. This thing has so much lace and so many cables on it. It is gorgeous and stunning. I flew through the body. You see, we got the body all the way around. I absolutely flew through the body. And when I got to this part, that's when you're splitting for the armhole. And now I have reverse shaping. So I have lace and cables on every single row, and I have to do that on the back side. And I didn't like that. And that's why I set this one aside. But it really does need to be picked back up. I don't think I have very much more to do on the front. I did just drop a stitch, right? Right here, I did just drop a stitch, so I've got to pick that one back up. I did drop one when I was dealing with the try-on cables. But other than that, this one's gorgeous. This is absolutely stunning. It's fitting the mannequin. I did not do a good gauge swatch on this, typical. And I hadn't tried it on myself, so I really wasn't sure. I was just going to go with it. But being that it's on this thing halfway decent, I think it will fit me just fine. All right, so putting this on me, it definitely will work. If anything, it will be too big. And if it blocks bigger, which generally things do, it's going to be really big. That's okay. It's going to have lots of drape. Let's see if we can put it down so we can see that lace and cable design in detail. And that's the underarm, so we can see how much fabric. So like I said, if anything, this is going to be larger, and hopefully with the fabric, it will just hug the curves and everything anyway and just have a good drape. I don't know, but that's where we're at right now. And what do you think? It got a little extra room. This is the center line for the sleeve. So yeah, it's not going to be too small. There you go. All right, so here's the next one. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So this one, I had kind of brought this one up. Look at this, it's a pretty little bag. I had brought this one up a couple days ago because I pulled up, where did the pattern go? Where's the picture? Oh, here's the picture of the sleeves. That's what the sleeve looks like. That is a close-up picture of the sleeve. Where'd the other, is it right here? It was, there it is. It's called Flourish. Oh, here, stepped on the pattern. All right, so the pattern is called Flourish. And look at this. That is what it looks like in its, blocked glory and everything. Now, what we did discover is this is big. This sweater's big. We don't want to block it. No, we don't want to block it. So I'm not sure how it's going to look completely done, but I do have the body to the arms done. And then you saw I did start the front, the front panel. Okay, it's big. I did not know that because when I started it, I didn't really do a gauge, like a gauge that big. So it's not really a gauge. I cast it on, I threw all caution to wind, and I'm like, it will fit somebody. And that's what I did. And I got that body done really fast. And then going back and forth, I didn't like that part. But then looking at this, it doesn't look that, but that's gathered right there. It doesn't look that big, but it's lace and it's supposed to kind of open a little bit. See? And if I do anything at all to help that to open, it's just going to be really big. It'll be a very big, blousy sweater. And if it bothers me enough, I will find somebody else that it will fit or decide to rip it out. But at this point, do I want to rip it out? Not really. Do I want to do the sleeves? Not really. I'm just being truthful. The cool thing is these are size 10s. I am knitting with big knitting needles, size 10s. It's the worsted weight, or not worsted, it's the fingering weight yarn and then that lace weight yarn together. Look at that. So it's those, that fuzzy yarn and then the fingering weight, and working on size 10s. So it's not that it doesn't really go slow. It's just that reversed shaping on the lace. So it is something a little bit more cumbersome to work on. Not to say I can't work on it. I mean, I did before, but so far everything that I have shown, well, this one is not complicated, so much so. Just get to doing it. But the other ones, they are complicated. What was I thinking? I mean, this is like next level of sweater things. Like, ugh, can I do an easy one? No, you can't. Why? Because you started a lot of complicated things all at once a long time ago. Yeah, because that's where I'm at. All right, shall we look at another sweater? Yay! Let's look at more sweaters. Oh boy, we've got them. This beautiful cardigan is by tincanknits. This is the Harvest cardigan. Last time we saw it, I did not have the try-on cable, so we weren't able to see how nicely this meets up and wraps around into the front. That is beautiful. This is a gorgeous yarn. It's a mohair blend with beautiful sparkles. I don't think I'm looking forward to doing those sleeves. Just gonna throw that out there. And let's see, what do we have down here? Okay. So that back is gorgeous. That is stunning. I'm liking the way the yarn works up on this, and I'm really happy that I have the try-on cables to see how long it's really laying on this. And I'll have to do a try-on this. If this were from my daughter, she is 5'4". It would probably be plenty long enough for her. I'm 5'8", so I'd probably want to go longer if it's for me. Not really sure who is going to get it at this moment. All right, for me, this looks good. It feels nice. It definitely crosses over on the front. It's right here at the moment. I believe that there's a edge treatment at the bottom too. So even for me, this might be about where I want to start doing that edge treatment. I'll have to look at the pattern again to see where it's at. But this is light as a feather with this particular yarn. It does need the sleeves. I know how much we love it when I do sleeves. I know. But it does need the sleeves, and it is gorgeous. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Another addition to the new Mag 7. This one's at least the easy one, right? The Harvest. We like the Harvest sweater. This one's a nice one. This one's easy. There's a lot to it, but it's tincanknits is fantastic. If you're looking to make garments, knit garments, and you're not sure what sweater or what pattern to go to, you can't go wrong with any of theirs. Absolutely fantastic. And it's beautiful. This is just gorgeous. I love the detailing on it. The needles, they're not tiny. Working on size 8s. And the yarn that I'm working with, well, here's one. Okay. Ugh. It's ice yarns. It is an ice yarn mohair blend. And it's wonderful. And I'm working on my second cake. I've got 4. Oh my gosh. I'm working on my second cake of it. Plenty of yarn. No big deal on that. We've decided that it's probably long enough. I'll look at what the treatment is along the edge of the Harvest cardigan and maybe make a few more rows before starting the edge treatment. But there you have it. And then it's the sleeves. And we know how much I love to do the sleeves. It'd be great. It'd be just fine. We got this. It's okay. So here we go. This one's at least an easy one. This one's at least get it on the needles and it's just back and forth mindless. I mean, I've got this garter stitch on the edge. That's easy. And then the rest, it's easy. There's no lace. There's no counting. It's easy. So out of all of them, we got it. I mean, it's nice to have something that's a reprieve because some of these are like, ooh, they kind of scare me. What was I thinking? I was thinking I was Superwoman. That's what I was thinking. I can do it. There we go. Next sweater. Are we ready for a next sweater already? Oh my gosh. Here we go. Next sweater. This beautiful brown tweed sweater just really, truly needs an afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it, of attention. It just does. You can see I have taken this, pulled it off the needles over here. I'm going to pull back to maybe about here. I know, sleeves again. And start to taper it some and finish the cuffs off with size 8s, because that was just way too tight right there. And the bottom hem down here is finished with 8s. I do have the seed stitch kind of around here. I don't know, I was just in a seed stitch phase. And this one, I'm going to have to pull some out to shrink it a little bit more before I start doing the actual cuffs, and I should be done. So this is just more of the back and forth. It was finished, the ends were woven in. I did not leave well enough alone because there was this much yarn that we found left to make the full length sleeves. And I've been struggling with it since. So there we are in the brown sweater. So we know that this one fits. We tried it on multiple times. What we didn't like is how tight this was and how bloused and piratey this is right now. So once I figure out exactly how I want this, there we go. I did decide I don't want the rolled sleeve on this one. Just have to do a cuff. Life is good. Yeah, it's just not gotten done. It's going to get done. Definitely before it gets warm. Or cold. It's already warm. Before it gets cold, I will have this done. It's just not quite there yet. All right. We knew it was going to happen. The brown sweater. I know. Why is it not done? Because I haven't taken a day for it. That's literally all it needs. It just needs a day. That's it. One day. And I could finish it. Depends on how far I pull those sleeves back. I mean, let's be real. It just depends on how far I pull those back. But this is gorgeous. The brown sweater is this beautiful chocolate brown with the kitchen sink colors. I'm just saying, the 70s kitchen, you've got the rust, you've got the avocado green, you've got the mustard yellowy gold. I mean, it's a 70s retro sweater. Let's just face it. Just warm and comfortable. Needs to get done. But you know what? It is 90 degrees today. This is not what I want to work on. No, it's hot. There we go. It's very, very warm. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So, shall we get to the last one? Oh, we definitely want to get to the last one. We have one more piece to do. Alrighty, are we ready? Are we ready? Alright, yes we are. Check this out. I finished the crown tee. All the ends are woven in. This beautiful piece is done. Look at that neckline. Remember how huge that was? Look how that has been drawn in. This had a sewn bind off. I'm not used to doing it like that, but I think it looks great. I'm thrilled with it. And I wore it to work today. It is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. I think it's going to be one of my favorite pieces, and I got it done in the super high heat of summer. So I will get a lot of wear out of this. All right, look at that. Oh my gosh, see? And the neckline is perfect. So I got this done. It feels great. It looks good. The length works. Everything about this is absolutely wonderful. Very happy to have gotten this one completed. So this was part of the Mag 7, but you guys didn't see it as part of it. I did show it, but you know, I got it done. I got it done. I'm not complaining. It's nice to have finished projects. Hey, what do you think? I finished the crown tee. Oh my gosh, that is spectacular. And if we count in during this, there are 7 unfinished garments and 1 finished. So we still have the magnificent 7. Is that not crazy? Oh my gosh, this thing fits amazing. I am absolutely loving it. Like I said, I did wear this to work today. I think it is absolutely wonderful on a 90 degree day. Holy cow, was it hot. And if you've watched this far, which I know you have, right? You wanna surprise? This is the yarn that I used. It's a wrap rainbow. It's a red heart. It's a wrap rainbow. 623 yards per cake. This garment did not take a full 2 cakes for me. I'm an XL. Well, I don't have a full 2 cakes left, but what I do have is I have this. I don't need it. This is a full cake. It has not been used. And I have the 2 partials, so I am just right here at that very, very edge that I will go ahead and send. So if you put cake any way you want to, just yarn cake, any type of cake, I don't care, chocolate cake, it doesn't matter. But if you put cake in the comments, then I'll know that you're actually interested in winning this, and I will send this off to the lucky winner. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like sending leftovers, but if you decide to make a gorgeous shawl, because that's what this would be, is a stunning shawl, and you start in that center with the purple, like the bottom of my shirt is, and then end up at the outer edge with that pink and the white, what you have is that right there is the 623 yards. And here's partials of both. And the cool thing about this yarn is it has the 4 little strands in it. Here, let's see, this one's a little easier to see. We've got the 4 strands, right? And then you can look at where's the color. And that's what I did with this, because I alternated these 2 cakes, and when I hit that knot for the color, and I know I showed that on the last one, I would go to the next cake. And that way I kept the colors in it to where it looked like one stripe. Otherwise I would have had double the stripes in here and I wanted more of the flow. But having these extra pieces, if you're making a large shawl, you have enough to where that edge with that pinkish light, very, very, very baby pink, light pink, into that creamy white, it's not going to be maybe this big. It'll be more like that. It'll just be a larger stripe. You don't have to use it, of course. But if you need it, you know what I mean? You know, to get the finish that round, because if you're making something center out, those last rounds are huge. And having just this little bit, it's a very akin to if you're buying from Hobie and you get one of the twister cakes and then you get the twister solids, you know, the smaller cakes. It's not exactly, obviously, but it's the same concept, getting a little extra, just a little extra to finish up that round. So if you're interested, you don't have to be interested, but if you're interested and you would like this, I don't need it. I already finished my sweater. I'm good. Just put cake down in there and I will do a drawing. Yeah, I'll do a drawing and you'll get this and then the leftovers there because, you know, sometimes you need just a little bit to finish that round. And that's what that is for. And if you don't need it, that's all fine and dandy too. But you know what? It is so much nicer to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And for everybody out there that did buy the It's a Wrap, because I know I am not the only one, especially when it's going on sale. For everyone out there and you're wondering, what can I do with that? Look at this. I am an XL. And I was able to make the crown tee with 2 cakes. So if you happen to have 2 cakes in your stash and you're anywhere from the XL or smaller, you've got plenty, not a problem. If you have 3 cakes and you're bigger than an XL, you've got plenty. How much would this do? Would this have been enough to make a double X? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. You know, to just use all of it, that I don't know. But I do know that I was able to get this one done, and I'm 5'8", and it's not a belly shirt. So there's, you know, blessings. I'm just saying blessings. So that might give you another idea on what you can do with your yarn if you already have some of those. And then not just that, all these other cakes of yarn. I mean, obviously I'm working with this, the Skip, we know what the yarn is. We know what the yarn is. So I could have done the same thing with 2 of those and made a top. So any of these types of things, and a lot of us have these, or we know, oh my gosh, right? This gorgeous stuff. Oh, get the tag out of the way. This gorgeous stuff. This is a hobby cake. This is, got it as a gift. I'm telling you, I got it in the mail in my post office box. It was an early birthday present. It's my story anyway. It's my story. But this was, they didn't appreciate it or whatever. I think this one weighs big. This one probably weighs a little bit small. Not sure. The other one, because I got 3 of them, was a little bit small. It wasn't quite 250 grams. Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know. But I got those. Those were purchased from Hirschner's mystery bags. You know, you just don't know what you're going to get. This is the Yarn Arts Flowers Sparkle. This is also sparkle. Oh my gosh. So wherever you get your cakes is what I'm getting at. You can do the same concept with and have a lot of fun. Mix them, match them, come up with something. Just because you got those cakes does not mean I have to make a center out shawl. I have to make a center out blanket. No, you can do anything you want to with it. And doing this is bottom up. You can do top down, you can do bottom up, however you want to. Have fun using your yarn. And don't forget, if you're interested in this, put down cake, and I will be doing a drawing in about a week. And I do have another video for knitting needles. Yeah, for this. So find that one. It's a couple days ago. If you missed it, that's a couple days ago. No, you don't get the sock. You don't get the sock. It's just that circular needle, because I did promise, as I found those needles, I would end up doing giveaways for those. I am not going to use them. Let somebody else enjoy them. And I do have more than one set of this, so as I come across the other ones, there will be more giveaways. But this is my birthday month, so just expect little things like that, and have fun. Have a joyous time. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.